Welcome in, guys. Welcome to TTF, Two Tone Football. My name is Rocky. I'm joined with my boy James. Just a heads up, we're a channel just talks about mostly football things related. Well, it's two tone football, but it's mostly Dallas Cowboys, Detroit Lions, and we mix in our weekly picks as well in these videos. Today's a Tuesday video, so mostly will be just reactions. Monday we had kind of a day off. It's kind of like simmer with everything, and honestly, after the Dallas and Green Bay game, it was kind of a little iffy already. So we're doing that. We're doing that today. So in this video, we'll really discuss more of how we feel about one, the tie, and Detroit got the win today. And then after that, there's a segment. We won't do weekly picks today. That'll be in the next one. We'll recap everything that happened here. Uh, so James, why don't you kick us off, bro? We have Detroit, Cleveland. We kind of talked about trench warfare a little bit. Myles Garrett, how we're gonna handle that. Dan Campbell just kind of being unpredictable and well, he's Dan Campbell. So.
Yeah, for
mm,
sure. It definitely was a trench warfare game.
mm.
Uh, we seen it on both sides where we weren't doing the best against Miles Garrett, and I think any offensive line in the league is going to
Yep.
struggle against
Yeah.
Miles Garrett out there.
Mhm.
And there was a couple times he got loose on Sewell on the outside. He bull rushed Taylor Decker almost into Jared Goff on one of the plays.
Yeah.
So he was definitely a feisty dude out there on the edge.
You felt him.
But I think that was the difference was we didn't let Garrett actually get there. He'll get the
Just take
pressure, but
over.
he wouldn't
Yeah.
he wouldn't
Yeah.
finish the play out. And that's where Jared Goff really comes up great.
Mhm.
Is that half second right there is the difference between a good ball and a bad ball for him.
Yeah.
And that's either getting it to Amon Ra or JMO or even a check down to Gibbs.
Jameer. Yeah, I was
Yep.
say like I've noticed that a lot too. Is the thing with golf I've noticed is correct me if I'm wrong here. I don't correct me if I'm wrong because I know you guys had a kind of a big game, with like blowouts and such, but golf is just kind of dunking and dinking these passes, and it's kind of working, man.
I mean,
It's,
I think that's what we've done for the last 2, 3 years. And
he's
I think
yeah.
I think that's the answer because if you watch the beginning of the second half when Goff goes back out there,
Hmm.
he was so focused on getting a deep pass to JMO
Hmm.
that it was actually really stalling out the offense and was
Yeah, it's
kind of
hurting
hurting
things.
us until about that fourth quarter. And a
Yeah.
lot of that stemmed from great field positioning going back to our defensive line with Detroit.
Yeah.
Uh, Aiden Hutchinson, I think he had 2 sacks this game, a forced fumble.
Baller.
Yeah, which is this is so bad. I got to bring this up with Detroit's defense. Why are we always holding and pass interference? Aiden
Mm.
Hutchinson had a strip sack that was taken off the board because of Brian Branch holding a wide receiver.
Yeah.
He would have had 2 strip sacks that game if Brian Branch wasn't out there holding, and he had 2 calls for holding, and Terrion Arnold had 2 calls for holding and 1 PI call.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh,
So
that's tough,
it's
bro.
yeah, it's
Oh,
once
it's
again the
tough,
defense
dog.
needs to clean up their act. If the
Yeah.
defense, like the secondary, cleans up the act, our D line is going to be top tier, mostly with Aiden Hutchinson out there, Muhammad on the other side. Rumor is we're getting our defensive tackle McNeil back,
Nice.
and
Nice.
he's kind of that hybrid can run stop, but can bull rush through the middle.
Okay.
So he's going to be great. Mostly when we have DJ Reader out there, you need 2 bodies on DJ Reader. He's
Yeah.
350 pounds.
They can move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think once we get that offensive line fully healthy, fully running together chemistry wise, and if we could cut out the penalties in the secondary, man, that
Mhm.
defense is going to be really good. And then you're just going to have Jared Goff just dinking and dunking down the field. I think that's
Yeah,
the best route
it
to do it.
works.
You take what is given, you know?
You let your playmakers make plays, just give them the ball and then let them just figure that out. And it works. It works,
Yep.
man. It's working. Um, Especially with like the two-headed dragon, man, or what do they call it? Sonic and Knuckles is what they
Sonic and
call him.
Knuckles, yep.
Yeah, yeah. What a sick name, by the way. What a
Yeah,
badass
what a
nickname, dude.
great what
Fire.
that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. On to the next. Who's a little kind of sneak peek for next week? Who you guys got?
We have Cincinnati next week.
The
Yeah. We
Bengals.
do play in Cincinnati.
Okay.
I mean, Chase and Higgins, no matter what, they're great wide receivers. You're
hmm
gonna have to game plan against
260
that.
like $7 million receivers.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah.
you can't let the secondary out there just kind of having a lazy day
hmm
because you're playing against a backup quarterback and probably the worst offensive line in the league.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like you can't let the secondary get lazy. You gotta keep them motivated into this game, which I think they will stay motivated mostly with the idea of they're gonna be hunting for turnovers in this game.
What will help that too is Cincinnati has a horrible offensive line. Like Connor, shout out to Connor in the fantasy league, Sun Roku, he's a big Bengals fan, and so like if you're watching this, Connor, it ain't gonna be nice, my boy. It's gonna be a long day with that
Gonna be a
Detroit.
rough one. It's
It's
all
gonna be
right.
a rough one.
One
Yeah.
of my best friends, Steele, out there, huge Cincinnati fan.
Dude.
I'm gonna make sure he gets the link for the next video because there's gonna be some good jokes in there. Don't want to spoil
Oh,
it yet, but you gotta
dude.
come in and watch the next video. There's gonna be some good jokes in there.
Tune in on Thursdays and Tuesdays for all of our homies out there who want to get coverage. T Rev's on it right now, currently. Shout out to you, T Rev. You're a real one.
put you on put you on a toaster watch, you know?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, yeah. Literally. After
That
that
was a
Giants
rough one.
game, bro, I don't blame him. And then we'll transition into there. Uh, I don't want to go too much into like Green Bay and Dallas because I there's a segment I want to do at the end of this that I've kind of put a lot of work into, or not work, but a lot of thought into. Um, so just real quick, Green Bay, Dallas, we tied. If anyone saw the live, I went live for a post game reaction. A short video. It was like 8 minutes. I had the Shiesty on for Pickens. Pickens balled, so I figured would celebrate in the mood to a degree. We should have won that game, which is crazy. But what me and you talked about, James, was handling Micah Parsons. Is like how do we handle that? That was kind of a big part of the last video, and I think we did exactly kind of what I was hoping we would do. And that's constantly chipping Parsons. That's constantly, hitting him, putting hands on him, being physical 24/7. And then it kind of takes him out of the game, honestly. And then he's a little bit of wear and tear starts to hit. And I mean, look at our offensive line, bro. Like they kind of ragdolled that defensive line in overtime, but we just, we couldn't get it done, unfortunately. But because our defense is just atrocious, man.
Well, it was really unfortunate that like it was just 1 second left on the clock
One,
from
yeah,
Jordan Love's
one,
stupid throw to the end zone and just poor because I was unconscious
yeah, yeah, yeah,
when they went into second half. I was like, screw this, I'm going to bed. I was
yeah,
like, I
yeah.
got work the next morning.
Fair.
But I watched the highlights and I
Mhm.
was surprised
We came
for
back.
yeah,
We
I
were
was
in it.
surprised that you guys got
Prescott.
it to overtime and then super surprised how bad the clock management was towards the end of that
Dude,
overtime.
man. And it's
And I
home, you
get,
think like home field advantage, right? Just in the terms of per Brian Broaddus, man. You turn the clock on and you leave the room. Just leave. And then if the refs, dude, he made a valid point. The refs changed the time of possession 4 times. So
yep,
if the ref wanted to change the time, he would have changed the time. So hey, just fucking let the clock let it run to zero. Let it run to zero. But that's not here nor there. We handled Parsons well. Dak played a freaking game, dude. I mean, What more can you ask from the dude, man? He's
That
doing,
was just that was classic Dak. Come out
dude,
there, let him
easily,
sling it, let him
yeah.
get comfortable. And I don't know if it was with CD being missing
Mhm.
that it helped him spread the ball out more. I'm not saying that CD is a diva and he wants
No,
the
no,
ball
no,
always
no.
being thrown at him, but
Mhm.
I feel like it gave Dak the idea of like I could throw it. I need to throw it around. I need to spread the ball around so the defense can't predict I'm hunting down just Pickens.
Yeah, yeah. I think what changed that was one, Cavante Turpin being a freaking baller, 5'8", and he's just extending plays and he's just doing everything in his power to win the game, and he stepped up tremendously. Like Pickens, you would think, right? Lamb goes down. So Pickens is a new receiver one, so he would
Yep.
kind of do what Lamb does. No, man, Pickens stayed the same. He's like, I'm just gonna keep doing, my long physical possessive catches down the field, stretch it out, maybe get a PI here and there, hit a slant, a couple hitches, and be physical at the line of scrimmage. That's kind of his thing. And Cavante Turpin stepped up tremendously. He even had a play where he just kind of broke free off the line of scrimmage, wide open, walk into the end zone. But Dak missed him and hit George Pickens, which I guess it all kind of worked out. But Cavante stepping up, and then Schottenheimer. I think Schottenheimer kind of calling plays, and then not only his play calling, trusting Dak. I think he had an understanding and the trust was there between Dak and Shoddy, whereas, hey man, this is what I want to do. This is kind of what I think we need to do. And how do you feel about this? And Dak said, I like A, B, but I don't think we can do C. How about we do that instead? And Shoddy was like, let's do it. And in my opinion, I think that played a big part of just adjusting and knowing what's working. Running the ball is what worked. Dude, we were
Yeah.
just run the ball. We have three backups, dog. Three of our starting offensive linemen, starting left tackle, starting center, starting right guard, who two of them are your first round picks and one of them's a third round pick. So,
Well, I think that's also a big thing. You look at the Cowboys, the two best games they have had, they ran the ball and they ran
yeah,
the
yeah,
ball
yeah.
effectively.
I think we
So
ran the ball
I think
effectively.
that's a big thing that needs to be not worked on, just it needs to be implemented into the play calling a little bit more.
We've had effective run game all four games. All four games we had it. Like even against Philly, we did really well against Philly. I think the only reason we lost to the Eagles is because of a CeeDee Lamb catch. Like
Yeah.
unfortunately, like that's literally for all you Eagle fans out there. I know we lost, Dallas lost, Philly won. At the end of the day, wins and losses matter more than drops or stats and thing. But at the end of the day, I think if they sit there and we didn't lose the Eagles game because we were not physical or we were making bad play calls or we lost the game because of a drop. Two drops on top of that. You go into New York, we had a great run game there. It's a shootout, man. We can't stop Neighbors and Russ. 400 passing yards from Russ, and then you go to Chicago, and then fucking Caleb does the same to you there. It was tough. It was tough. And then you go into Green Bay as well, and it's like another 40 burger. So if Dallas wants to try to win more consistently, our defense just has to step up, man. You can't be the number one offense in the league and the number 32nd defense in the league.
Yeah.
Doesn't work that way. And that kind of wants to lead me into the last segment of the video before we close this up. Uh, so I just want to talk about like this is going to be called Dak Prescott versus the world because
Oh.
for some reason, just for this channel was made to defend Dak Prescott from criticism that I felt he didn't deserve. And I will still continue to die on that hill because this is what this channel is kind of pioneered on. And so I just kind of want to go through a couple things with you, James. I wrote down some notes here. Um, Passing yards, right? So I get it. Passing yards isn't really something that's a major when you're comparing like players, but I just wanted to use this as an example. Prescott is number one in the league with 119 passing yards, right? And he has six
Okay.
touchdowns. He's tied for fifth in the league for touchdowns. Pretty dang good, man. The dude's balling. I'll get to the next part. So this is just passing yards. This is just throwing the football, man. At what as a quarterback, one third of his job, just to throw the ball. Dak's at 119. Matt Stafford's at 2 with 1,114. Daniel Jones is somehow at 3 with 1078. Herbo, shout out to you, T Rev, Chargers Nation. 1063. J Love is at a easy 1,000, 1K. Check this out. It kind of. I'm gonna start naming off quarterbacks. It may not make sense now, but then at the bottom, it'll click what I'm doing here. Drake May 988. Geno Smith 968. Jared Goff 929. Trevor Lawrence 845. We're now at quarterback 18. 18 in out of 32 starting quarterbacks. We're at 18 right now. CJ Stroud 832, and this is just passing yards. Spencer Rattler for the New Orleans Saints is 22 with 765. Tua turned the ball over 24, 752 yards. Cam Ward, the number one overall pick, the we ash Cam Ward, 26, 614. Sir, do you know who's sitting at number 27 right now with 609 passing yards and 5 touchdowns?
Is that Dak?
No, I mentioned Dak earlier.
Oh,
He
that
was
yeah,
the
you
first
did.
one.
You did. Yeah. Uh
Dak's at 1. Dak's at number 1
oh, Dak
passing
was at
yards.
number one?
He was at number 1 for passing yards.
Oh
Jalen
man.
Hurts is at
Oh
27.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Jalen
Jalen Hurts.
Hurts.
Yeah, I
Jalen
should have known
Hurts is
that.
at 609 yards. He's at 27 out of passing yards with 5 touchdowns, tied for sixth place. Now let's break it down deeper. Let's break it down deeper. Dak Prescott, 121 for 166, 72.9%, almost 1,120 yards, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Average gain per attempt. So per attempt when it hits, 6.65. I even threw Jared Goff in here. Jared Goff, 91-22, 73.8%, 929 yards, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. APAG is 8.35. And
Sounds about right.
Goff's considered a 7 to 10 quarterback in this league right now.
Yep. That sounds about right. I would say he's closer to top five. I think he has one big quarterback game this season. The rest has been more giving it to Gibbs and Montgomery and letting them do what they want to do. But that's just kind of how our offense is built.
Jalen Hurts, 70 of 101, 69.3%, which is almost 3% lower than the others. He hasn't thrown the ball that much. Fair. 609, 5 of 0, which is pretty decent. APAG 7.02. Then I started thinking,
Here's
James.
here's
I started thinking. I said, okay, well, if that's the case, all right. So Philadelphia's 3-0. Okay, Dallas is 1-2-1. What's the thing that helps with quarterbacks, right? Your defense, right? It's the other half. You got to know how your defense is. Dallas is last at 32, averaging 420 yards per game, YPG.
Yep.
Philadelphia is at 16, so they're right in the middle of the pack. You're not bad, you're not good, you're not dominant, but you're not getting walked on either. You're middle of the pack. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mediocre.
Detroit is 15th in the league. So once
Yeah,
again, you're
I
not
would say.
good, but you're not bad either. You're there. You're doing enough to help your quarterback win games, but you're also not getting ragdolled, and you're also not a shutdown defense, which is fine. Because
But
I
I
mean,
will say this, Dean. I will say
yes.
this. You go look at you go look at a Detroit game, right?
hmm
You're entertained by Jared Goff. He actually throws it
I'm not
and
talking to
completes it.
entertainment. Out here, you'll see where I'm coming from, James. Hear me out. So Philly is at 16th. Detroit's at 15th. Dallas is ranked 32 in the league, yet we have the number one offense. And you know the offense runs from? It runs from your quarterback, Dak Prescott. But wait, James, wait. There's also a position called running back on your team, right? So let's check those out. Let's check those out. Dallas per rushing ball carriers: Javonte Williams, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. Dallas is at number 6. Javonte Williams is at
He's been
6
balling.
with 63 attempts, 312 yards, 4 touchdowns. He averages 78 yards a game, and his yards per carry is 5 yards.
That's pretty good.
Pretty dang good. And what's something that Dallas really hasn't had in a long time is a run game. We haven't had a run game in a long time. So I said, all right, well, let's go look at Philly, right? Saquon Barkley is ranked number 20, 722, 237 yards, 3 touchdowns. He averages about 59 yards a game, and his attempt is about 3.1. But he splits carries with Jalen Hurts because Hurts likes to run the ball. And goal line carries for touchdowns, it usually goes to Jalen Hurts. So Hurts is at number 28, which is crazy to me. 41 attempts, 129 yards, 4 touchdowns. Tush push, right? 48 yards a game and 4.4 yards attempt, which is fucking crazy to me. Because I think that's him running, and then the tush push averages like 3 yards. So it's fucking insane. Let's go to Detroit. 58 attempts for Jahmyr Gibbs. He was ranked. I didn't mark his down, but he was either. I didn't mark Jahmyr Gibbs down. I'll level
Yeah,
with
he
him.
has to be up
But
there, I'd
he's
imagine.
easily a top 5. I know he is. 58 attempts, 271, 4 touchdowns, 4.7 yards attempt, 67.8 a game. Montgomery, 43 yards, 43 attempts, 245 yards, 3 touchdowns, 61 yards a game, 61.3. 5.7 an attempt is gnarly. It's crazy. That's just crazy. So, what the point of all of this was My point of all this is not necessarily anything pointed towards a Jared Goff, more just Dak Prescott. He's playing at such a high caliber level of football right now, and it's disgusting how people won't acknowledge that, or they can't even say, "Oh, he played great against a top 5 defense in the league." Are the Packers not a top 5 defense? They beat you guys by like 40 points week 1. They came in and rolled up everybody else week 2, week 3. I think they lost another one, and everyone raved how the Packers were this great defense. This Micah Parsons, Rashawn Gary, Xavier McKinney. Dak Prescott dropped 40 points on these guys, man. Parsons didn't have a sack. But yet, when it comes to Monday and today, the Packers just had a bad day.
Oh yeah, all I'm saying is I think the Packers got lucky. Detroit went into Lambeau Field week 1
But James,
with
were
the
the
new
Packers not the
offensive
number one
coordinator.
defense going from week 4? Were they not the
Yeah.
number one pressure sacks? Like, were they not the number one defense or top 3 defense?
Who? The Packers?
The Packers.
I think that's based off who their competition was. They went into week 1 into Lambeau Field against an unprepared Lions with a new offensive coordinator, a new
Mhm.
defensive coordinator. Week 2, I can't remember who they played, but I know it was a fucking
Mhm.
garbage team.
Right.
And then they played Cleveland in week 3 and they got exposed. And then and then
But Cleveland also had a really good defense.
that is true. That is true. Had a really
And the
good
only reason I say
defense.
that is because they're kind of Cleveland's the only thing is the defense on their side right now.
Yeah.
But my
But
point being
then
is
week
is
4 they they get exposed. Their defense gets exposed
Mhm,
by Dak. It's they've just got lucky with how their schedule lined up
mhm,
and how the media is taking it and running away with the Packers up on this. Oh, they're a Super Bowl team, top tier team, and they're not. They got lucky and they made a big time move in the off season and just got them hyped for no reason. They're just an overhyped team, the Packers. And same with the Eagles, even though they get a little respect because they were Super Bowl champions. But honestly, nothing with the Eagles have impressed me whatsoever.
James, the Packers were first in total defense going into week 4. first in total defense. After playing the Cowboys, they're now third. But yet, not one person, except well, me and you said it earlier as well, because Dak exposed them. Not one person's gonna sit here and say, "Dang, Dak Prescott is that guy." Dak Prescott's better. He's playing better as through 4 weeks. Through 4 weeks, Prescott is playing better than. I will kind of skip these four here. He's a top three quarterback in this league, and if you're gonna go off of straight statistics, the dude's number one. But he's a
Yeah,
cowboy. He's a cowboy, and
I
he's not
I,
gonna get love.
I
And you
would
know what's
definitely
crazy?
say.
People are gonna sit here and say Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott is diabolical to
Well,
me.
here's a
That is
stat that I wanted to
diabolical to me.
here's a
How
stat
is
that
it
I
so?
wanted
I
to
get
read
it.
off for you.
Undefeated. 3-0. All right. You're 3-0. We're 1-2-1. So they have a better record than us, right? I get that. Their success isn't coming through Jalen Hurts. Dallas's success is coming only through Dak Prescott. So for people to sit here and go, oh, Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Dak, I just showed you, I just proved right now Jared Goff is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. And
Well,
I
yeah,
gave
that's a
factual
given.
evidence of everything that was here. I sat here, Jordan Love, Justin Herbert, Daniel Jones, Matt Stafford, Drake May, Geno Smith. All these people are playing better than Jalen Hurts. Yet
Well, Jalen,
no one wants to call out how bad he is. It's
well,
crazy.
I think the
Crazy to
crazy
me.
thing is it's obvious that his head coach doesn't trust him.
Well, he can't read a defense to save his life. He can't.
Exactly, doesn't
He
trust
can't.
him to go out there and make plays. Here's a great stat that the media is going to twist,
Hmm.
right? First half, Jalen Hurts goes out there, 15 for 16,
Hmm.
130 yards, which in
Right.
my opinion that's pretty
Who is this
low.
against? Who is this versus?
This is against Tampa.
Tampa. This is last week.
Yeah,
Hmm.
which if you're throwing 15 passes and you only have 130 yards,
Hmm.
that's not very good in my opinion.
And
And then going
every
into second half,
yeah,
he goes 0 and 8 for zero passing yards, zero touchdowns.
crazy,
Proof
right?
proof that he's not a good quarterback whatsoever.
He's
It
not an
is
elite. He's not elite. He's a good quarterback because of his mobility and he can run. And that's what makes Hurts special is because he can run the ball. He is not an elite quarterback.
well,
You can look at
I
other
don't even want to
quarterbacks.
say he's a good quarterback because
Mhm,
you look at he has one of the best offensive lines through his
mhm.
whole career. One of
Not
the best
anymore. Not
offensive lines.
this year. Their line took a big hit this year, so
That's true.
They're struggling a bit.
They are struggling,
Mhm,
but he's had AJ Brown.
mhm.
He's had the Slim Reaper out there.
Shout out Devontae.
Yep.
Hmm.
He's had Saquon. Let's be honest, the
That's a
reason why
big
they
beast.
won a Super Bowl last year was because of Saquon.
Right, right.
Overall, why they had a great season last year was because of
Hmm.
Saquon. It wasn't
Yeah,
because of
Barkley.
Jalen Hurts.
No, no, no.
Jalen
It's
Hurts
crazy to me.
has never been good. He's
No,
never been good.
he's been a good quarterback. He's been a serviceable and he's been good. He is a good quarterback. He's just I don't think he's on that elite
No,
level.
I'll die on that hill. Jalen
Like
Hurts,
he's not that
dog,
elite. Like, out of
dog
the
shit.
whole NFC East, if you're gonna sit here and tell me Dak Prescott's the third ranked quarterback in the East, if you're gonna put Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, then Dak Prescott is diabolical. I think that's crazy. I think people are letting their win-loss records just kind of shine more, and I get that. But we're seeing an MVP level play from Prescott that what's crazy is when he's healthy, a full season healthy, knock on wood, MVP caliber plays. Came in second MVP votes with Lamar Jackson 2023. You know what I mean? Like the dude's a baller. Before he obliterated his leg in 2020, he was on pace for 6,000 passing yards and like 45 touchdowns. He scored
Yeah.
23 points in 6 minutes against the Atlanta Falcons like week 3 of that year. It's insane. But I wanted to talk about that. I just wanted to end the video because it's like I know me and you were talking about it today about the Jalen Hurts comparison, and it just got me like, no way, man. And it's like, and I'm sitting here and we lost to the Eagles week 1, and I'm not pouting or anything about that. We lost because of a CeeDee Lamb catch. We were beating the Eagles.
I'm just over the media overhyping Jalen Hurts and making him sound like
James, I'm
he's a.
tired of the media not giving Dak Prescott his credit, man.
That's what you're more worried about is
But it's
Dak
not
Prescott.
true. Everyone's gonna
It's
like, dude,
true. Well,
the
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 reason why
Packers
we
the
all know
Packers
the
were the
reason.
number one rated defense points per defense in the league. They played Dak Prescott. They're number three, and all of a sudden everyone wants to go, Green Bay
Well,
just had a bad
we know
game.
the reason
That's
why he's
crazy.
not getting respected is
Give
because he's a Cowboy.
Oh yes, we all know that. That's why he got second behind MVP for Lamar Jackson in 2023 is because the media can't allow a Cowboy to win MVP because that messes with views per shows. Because how are they going to say Dak's not good when they automatically the league said he is good? It automatically terminates their arguments. And it's just like, dude, I can sit here as a Cowboys fan and be like, Jaden Daniels is a great quarterback. He's not there yet. He's still early in his career, but if he can kind of figure it out, the dude's going to be a baller. I can sit here and say Jalen Hurts is pretty dang good. Not elite. I don't think he can't read a cover three to save his life. It's been proven. I
I think
think
Jalen
Jackson
Hurts is
Dart might
dog
be
shit.
promising. Russell Wilson's fucking garbage. And then how are you going to sit there and say, yeah, Dak Prescott's just bad because he's the quarterback of the Cowboys? It's insane. And I've died on this hill and I will continue to die on the hill. That's what this channel was is funded, pioneered from. And for anyone out there, I mean, feel free, please comment, share it, hit me in the comment section, please. I would love to hear why whoever watches this does think how Hurts is a better quarterback. Not counting season success. Our defense is rated last. Imagine if Prescott had a defense that was just ranked 15th in the league. We wouldn't be fucking 1, 2, and 1. We wouldn't because each team wouldn't be able to drop 40 points every game. You know what I mean? But that's something people don't like to think of. They don't because he has a star on his helmet. It's just diabolical to me, man. It's just crazy.
Well, I think that also plays a big role into it is Dak at the end of the game is always having to either clutch it or lose it,
He has to play a
right?
perfect game. He
He has
has
to
to
play a
that.
perfect
Who?
game and
How is that fair? Is that fair to Jared Goff?
oh
If you
no,
had to
no,
go up
because
to him, right?
I
Nope.
wouldn't want to
You
put
can't do
Jared
it.
Goff in that
No
situation.
one's no one's perfect. Not Tom Brady, not
I
Peyton
think
Manning.
the
They
only
all made
person that I would
mistakes.
trust my life in that situation would be Matt Stafford.
I
That'd be
respect
the
it. I
only
respect
person I
it.
would trust for like, hey, you got 2 minutes and you got to have a comeback.
Huh.
Sorry, Goff, go sit on the bench.
Yeah.
Stafford, get out there, man.
Get in here. Yeah, I
Uh,
respect that. Yeah. And
but
that makes
like,
sense
yeah, I
too.
wouldn't want to put any quarterback in that 2 minute situation. There's very few. I mean, I could count on my hand. Tom Brady, Stafford, Aaron
Manning.
Rodgers,
Both Mannings.
both Mannings. I think those are the only and not Eli and a little 50-50.
Yeah.
Primetime Eli, yeah.
Throwing a
But
dash to little Philip Rivers for T-Rev.
yeah, Philip Rivers there for
Drew Brees
what
too.
was
A
it
little bit of breeze in there.
in the late 2000s was pretty good there for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
But
Flashes.
like
It's not fair to
it's
go to
not
a
yeah,
quarterback and to play
you're
perfect.
right. It's not fair and I've never seen in a situation where they put it on like Hurts. I've never seen him in my life ever have to, hey, you have 2 minutes to go down the field and win.
Mhm.
And people are gonna probably go like, actually, it's this game. Well, I bet I could go 2 minutes prior and tell you the defense is the one that got the turnover to give him that
I
opportunity.
feel like we can find multiple games that of him not doing it and getting bailed. I think I like honestly, we can find like to pay like exactly what you said. We can find games of yeah, there are him making game-winning drives. Every fucking quarterback has done that in the league.
But what's the percentage of when you get put in that moment and you actually have a winning outcome?
Yeah,
There's probably not
yeah.
many. Like the five that we named, six that we named earlier are probably some of the best quarterbacks that did that.
That did it. Yep.
Other than that, like I guess Baker Mayfield nowadays would
You
be up
get a
there.
little bit. But definitely the video's gonna end soon. We kind of we went longer than
We started
expected.
ranting. I mean, I just got on my Jalen Hurts hate train. I've been
Hatred.
hating him because I've had AJ Brown
Yeah.
in my other fantasy
Fantasy.
leagues,
Yeah.
and man,
He
the
went from your
zero
team to
point
T-Revs
weeks.
to my team in our league. I was
Well,
like,
yeah.
wow.
Well, I have him in two other leagues, and I decided to start him this week. And yeah, that 3 points really
That
felt good.
irks.
So fuck
Okay,
hurts.
okay, guys, because the stream's gonna drop soon in a bit. Thank you for watching, y'all. TTF, Two Tone Football. Check us out every Tuesdays, Thursdays. We're dropping videos. We're working on more videos frequently. James, I love the setup. You got
Got the new mic.
the new mic,
Hopefully,
and then you
hopefully
got
it
your
came out pretty good.
I think
So
so too. It
so we
looks
might we
good.
might have to work on it a little bit, but
Yeah,
we gotta figure out the audio adjustments.
we'll be okay. It looks good. My dad told me before we started streaming. He's like, keep the head off. Sorry, Dad. Sorry, Pops. My hair is too crazy right now for me to just go hat off on the stream. So, love you, Dad. Thank you. Um, guys, thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Everything appreciates for the algorithm. You guys have a good one. James,
Play us out.
play us out, baby. Let's go.